Hello, friends. I've got a really fun limited edition pair of Redwing 8819s. And Redwing recently have put out their Oxford Mocktoe shoe, whatever they call it, in collaboration with Engineered Garments out of New York. And they're quite pricey. I think they're like $450 or something wild. But they're essentially just doing this. This is the Aura russet leather with the rough out. That's it. But proportionally, they're just so beautiful. They did a bunch of boots with Todd Snyder that had kind of a similar motif, and I remember there was a pair on sale, and I just didn't jump on them. They were in my size, and I still regret that because they had that really cool. They had like a different cut boot. But yeah, these aren't mine. These are pals, but we're the same size. So I've just been wearing them just for fun a little bit. I don't want to wear them too much because they're not that comfortable because they broke into his foot. But I've just been having fun with them. He's got these extra long laces on them. But yeah, really nice leather piping. And it's I didn't intend for this to become like a Red Wing channel, but I have done a bunch of Red Wings. A few, like really one that's my own, my Iron Rangers. I did those early on when I just started the channel a few months back. And then a few others that are sort of passed through my possession that I just think are interesting. Red Wing's a really important boot company to talk about because they're kind of doing it the most and the best and the biggest, as far as American made welted boots, and they're largely responsible for just the resurgence of heritage wear. And for many people, Red Wing will be the best boot they ever own, and like that's not a bad thing. That's a pretty great boot. They're made beautifully. They're made really well. You can resole the heck out of them, and they look great. And every one of my friends like they've got one Iron Ranger and they wear the hell out of them, and I'm always a little jealous because I'm like, man, you're really, you're putting those to the test. You're using them. You're really just stretching them, making that quality really stand up for itself. But you've got your Puritan stitch, white 360 stitching. I think they've got the 360 on all the mock toes. I guess you can't do a mock toe with 270, huh? Because you never see that. But that's a fun black white stitch. These are they're silently fun. They're subtly fun. You've got all nickel eyelets. I do, I think especially for the mock toes and the way they fit, like I would love some speed hooks on these. I don't know why Red Wing doesn't do that more, but there's also, something simple. And I just got a pair of White's boots where I deliberately put all speed hooks on a 7-inch boot, or all eyelets. Beautiful leather, just really nice SB foot tanning in Red Wing, Minnesota. I think something else, that's another thing that just makes Red Wings so great is they're tanning their own leather. They're really doing it all, and they're doing it well. It's easy to kind of like be a little bit, move on from them, outgrow them. But as much as I've kind of outgrown them, I've got Vibergs and Westco's and Whites and John Lofgren's, but I still love a Red Wing. It's still a great boot. And the more creative, the more adventurous, Red Wing heritage line gets, and the more they put out, like that's just awesome. More interesting boots to look at and to be out there. Getting people where they need to be going. I think that's really cool. So you got the all white, the white stitch, the black stitch, white, black, white, black, and somehow it all comes together pretty nicely. I would love to put these on a lug sole. Part of me is just get them, buy them off my buddy, because he wants to sell these. Buy them off of him and just throw like maybe even just a black Christie sole, but no, like a black unit lug, like the Montagna Vibram sole. That'd be pretty sick. There's also the Cortina Nitro Cork soles that Yucatan uses a lot. Oak Street Bootmakers use them a few times. Those are so cool. Those would look sick on these as well. Obviously, can't really go wrong with Dr. Soles, but those are a little bit more expensive. Shoeman with Angela, he does a bunch of Dr. Soles. He showed me some of his Dr. Sole resoles. They look great. Just a great boot. A really beautiful boot. And just the lines, they just breaks it up, makes it look unique. And it's pretty fun. pretty freaking fun. You know, really nice reddish hues to leather, and then, you know, the flesh side is just that brown. Now I'm kind of questioning. Maybe it's not the same leather. I might be wrong. Yeah, maybe I'll put a little disclaimer in there because it's not. Yeah, these are two different leathers. So it's not the Aura Russet and Aura Russet. It's like, I don't know. Not sure what leather that is. But damn, these look fine. Anyway, boots. Boots are fun. Thanks so much